Welcome back to my channel. So this is the video that all of you have been asking about, requesting, going to my Instagram in my comment section. You guys have been wanting this quarterly BoxyCharm review. So get a snack, get a blankie, get comfy, because as you guys know, these videos tend to be a tad longer because I'm going through so many products, including some BoxyLuxe items. So let's get into this. Boxy and Chill was the January box, and the first thing that I put on my face was this Tatcha mask. This little baby, as you can tell, has been lovingly even stored in a Ziploc bag so I can use the excess product because waste not, want not. I really enjoyed this particular mask. I actually still have the second one. I've mostly been using the serum up from this and trying some other things that I'm going to get into. This one was very creamy. It had like a very milky consistency, and the serum went on beautifully. I really enjoyed this particular mask. I noticed that it felt very cooling and a little tingly on my skin, and I didn't have any bad reactions to it, which for me is a big deal. So this was definitely a win for me, and thank you, BoxyCharm, for putting some Tatcha in our box. The other product that we got that month that wasn't really makeup, but something that is to benefit our beauty, was the Briogeo Rosaro Milk Reparative Leave-In Conditioning Spray. Real talk, I generally like more of like a mousse cream to put in my hair rather than a spray-in. However, when I received this, it was in January and my hair was very long. I didn't have my layers cut into it yet, and I was really having issues with tangles. I was really kind of getting some dried ends to it. This really helped my hair game. I just, like I said, really prefer more of a creamy consistency to like leave in my hair that way, because then I can really detangle it. But this is like, I don't know, I think there's this much left in it because that's how much I went through. But when you have a lot of hair and you get a travel size, what do you expect? I think this was really good. I really don't think I would repurchase this though, like a big size or anything, because it's not generally what I gravitate to, but I was happy that I got to try it and use it. And Briogeo is a brand I actually do like. The thumbnail for that month, a lot of you said you didn't even have to click on my video because you knew I got this particular product just by looking at the thumbnail, because my brows were bossy, and these are my $1 billion brow pencils here, well, pencil, that I have that it really made me have those sassy brows that were very like wicked queen looking. I tried to make them like as feathery and like light as I could by using the back end of the pencil. If you don't know that trick, don't come in at it from the front, come at it from the back end and be very gentle with it. But even then, this sucker's so creamy. It's just kind of too creamy of a formula for my liking, but I am, as you can probably tell a bit, I have this in my brows today along with another product from my BoxyLuxe that I'll get into in a little bit. I just think this is too creamy. I don't know how my blonde friends even got a chance to use this, because even trying to use this very lightly, it is bossy. It is so pigmented. It's creamy, and therefore that's why it is so pigmented. If it was a drier formula, and I keep hoping it's going to dry out a bit, I feel like I could use it more. It's really honestly only a backup for me, or I just use it in the middle of my brows and pull it through with the spoolie as like just the back end of the brow, and then use something different for the front. Because if you use it for the front of the brow, you're gonna look angry. You just are. If you have been with BoxyCharm as long as I have been, you know we got the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 palette like a year and a half ago, and a lot of us were obsessed with the packaging and the mirror, but a lot of us did not like the formula or the color story of that palette. So when I got the 3, I know there's other variations going around, but I received the 3, I was like, could it be better? Maybe. And for those of you that don't know, I have a Shop My Stash series going on right now on my channel, and I dedicated a decent amount of time to this palette. I'll link it below and above if you have not seen it. This is just a lot of the same color story. We're talking like beiges, baby pinks, light petal pinks, and one pop of, you know, brownish color here, and one matte shade that is still really struggling to show up. So, I mean, right there, can you see it? Not much. This palette is a little bit of a struggle. I think they should just rebrand it as a highlight palette, because that's generally the most of the way that we've all been using it. We've talked about it in my comments. It's a great highlighting palette. It's a beautiful packaging, a gorgeous mirror. We're obsessed with that part of it. But as far as like using it as an eyeshadow palette, it's very limiting unless you love yourself a no makeup look. And don't forget, you must use your fingers. You can use a brush if you have forever and a day, or you like a no makeup look. For me, this was very difficult. Again, it's not a palette you can use brushes with. Go in with your phalanges. You gotta go in there. And the swatches actually, oh, that one you can't even see, looked better than I thought they would when I first got this palette. But on the eyes, it's not my favorite, but it's good to assist other things with. I'm actually wearing this as a highlight today on my eyes and on my lids. So for a summer look, this could be that summer goddess look you're hoping for, but that might be it. At least this particular one. Which other one did you get? There was another one that I heard was gorgeous that I just didn't get that variation. Ofra. I love their lippies. I think this is fantastic. And so many of you even called me out in my comments for my videos, like, I don't know, 2 weeks after I got this, and you were like, are you still wearing the Ofra Miami Fever lipstick? Busted. I totally was. So love this shade. Yeah, it's more of an orange shade that not a lot of people enjoy or think they can pull off, but this is a shade I really like. I can pull it off, and I think this summer will be a signature look for me, and it stays on all day without being too drying, which is super duper hard when you are a liquid lipstick. So congratulations, Ofra. You've made it to my top rounds already, and we're not even like halfway through the year yet. Love this. Then we kind of like move along to February, where we got some other amazing products. January was really good to us, but as I'm looking at what I got in February, I still reach for at least 2, kind of 3-ish products out of this that I adore. The Pharmacy Clean Bee Ultra Gentle Facial Cleanser has become a staple in my bathroom. As you can see, like you can't even see where it is. It's like so down here. It's by the label. It's right down here how far I've used it so far. I've used it. My husband's used it. This is a great cleanser just to get everything off your face, whether it's just the impurities of the day like darts and oils or your actual makeup. I love this. Even when I'm being lazy and not doing like the, you know, million-step regime all us ladies tend to do from time to time, I can easily just put this in my hand, rub it all over my face, even when it's dry, wash off all my makeup, and feel like I've taken everything off. I'm really loving this, and I have seen a lot of people like wanting to buy it from other people. So if you don't like this, maybe check out one of the Facebook BoxyCharm groups, because I've read at least 2 or 3 women said that their kids thought it was bubble bath and used it in their bath. Moment of silence, please. Love this a lot. The other product that I'm like just like going through it so quickly, I feel like I need to back off of it and try something else for a while, but I love it too much. This is the No Problem Smooth and Pore Converting Top Secret for Perfect Makeup Primer. I think this is great. I have used this a ton, and I have bossy pores, oily skin, sensitive skin, and I still really like it. Like, it has not broken me out. It has not made my makeup like get cakey or pilly or anything like that. If anything, I think this has really benefited my makeup. I mean, it says it's for perfect makeup. I think they meant that. Something else that I put in my Shop My Stash to make myself use it more, because I've bought this brand before on my own dollar several times, and I've never just wanted to commit to it again, because 1, it's kind of pricey, 2, I don't get the hype. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Honestly, I think this was so hyped up, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, everybody loved it, everybody was talking about it, it was in every single favorites video, thumbnail, pick a big YouTuber, they loved it. Then other things came out on the market competing with this, and this, I mean, for me, and I know what some other people, it kind of started going into the background. So I was like, yeah, let's try this with an open mind. When you get it back, I know that there was a few flaws with it towards the end, but, you know, keep an open mind, Nichole. I get why people love it and why it's iconic in a way that it really did make some lashes come to play when a lot of other mascaras weren't nearly as good for a long time. There's just so much competition on the market now that I just think this is too pricey for what it is. I mean, I'm wearing it today on my lashes. I did not wear any of the falsies that I got from my BoxyCharm because I wanted to showcase the lashes. This is probably, I'm on hour what? I'm probably on hour 4, maybe 5 of having this on my eyes just today alone. They're okay, they're all right. I'm not like dying or anything over them, but they've separated, they've elongated. I just still think this is too messy. It becomes very clumpy. The mouth of this product gets crazy clumpy. The brush gets clumpy. Oh, there's a big chunk right up there. And yeah, you can wipe off your brush, but I also have a hard time with this particular wand on this eye when I'm kind of going around. I got it even again today up here on my lid, in the inner corner, under here. Oh, under lashes are hard with this too because the wand is so big. It's just not my favorite. And again, I still think my, sorry, $4.99 Essence mascara does just as good, if not better. So, I mean, I'm gonna keep using this up, but am I gonna repurchase this? No, I'm gonna spend that, what is it, $26 somewhere else. The Pretty Vulgar highlighter was something I was curious about. Now, we got a blush from them before, but I got the crazy bold blush, so I wasn't like totally in love with it while I had it. This one is in the shade Glimmer of BS. I'm wearing it today. I just think maybe the color isn't what I'm obsessed with. And it is more of a subtle highlight. Like when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, how you doing? This is bold. In order to make it even more pigmented though, like if you need some like flashy highlight, you can get your brush wet, dip into it, put it on your face. That does tend to show texture for me occasionally, but it may work for you if you need a tip. I'll even just apply a bit more because it has been, like I said, a couple hours since I applied this. And you can definitely like build it up. And I'm in natural light and all of my filming lights right now. Keep that in mind. This isn't just something I gravitate to a lot though, and I think it's because of the color, because I'm actually using a couple of different highlighters right now that I'm really enjoying. And this one, I keep thinking in my mind, this is in my drawer to use. Why aren't you using this more? And I think that might be what it is. I just think the color on my skin tone isn't my favorite. It's not a bad highlighter. I do wonder how the bronzer was though, but I think a couple of you told me in my comments you weren't the biggest fans of the bronzer. So tell me below. This is okay. Oh, this morning I did the Tula mask. This is the probiotic skincare mask. There was 2 in this little baby. I tried one this morning. I don't know how I like that, honestly. Like, I feel like it was so hydrating and so wet that even after I took it off, it was still like a good 10 minutes after I took it off that my face was still like wet. So I don't know if I would ever like go out on my own and purchase it. I was grateful to, you know, get it in my BoxyCharm. But I don't think it's something that I would spend my own dollars on, whereas maybe I would with the Tatcha mask, for something I didn't think I was going to like, but I actually did. This is the Très Chic, is that how you say this? Lippy here, and this is the Prime and Color Lip Glaze. This is a base and brilliant color. English Rose is the shade. I have now worn this, I want to say, gosh, at least like 4 or 5 times since filming, and I like this so much more than I thought I would. Okay, so here's the Ofra. Let me just stick this right next to it. Again, I apparently like a color story. I enjoy some berries or nudes, like that's kind of where I fall. I don't mind this orangey. It's kind of got an orangey tone here, but you know, this one is more berry. This, I really enjoyed the formula of. This is a bit more of like a sheer lippy, so you kind of have to build it up, but then it kind of slightly stains your lips. So like, even though you will see some transfer on your glass, you will see some transfer when you're eating and it will kind of come off a bit, it still kind of like stays put, and it lasts a lot longer than I thought it would. And the packaging, I mean, well done. I really enjoy that. I like this way more than I thought I would. Oh yeah, and I think there's like a little balm down here too. Is this a primer? I mean, I forgot about that. I really like this. This is good for 38 months too. So even if I just want to toss this in my purse and just like keep it as a hand-on piece instead of in case I don't want to put it up here with all my other lippies, I could totally do that. I was surprised by this one for sure. Now we're gonna move along to the BoxyLuxe. So there's some more products in here, keep that in mind, along with the regular box that I got. So the first thing that I did wear that day was the Wander Beauty face mask. This is the Lift Off Purifying Mask that kind of goes on looking a little bit like unicorn blood from Harry Potter, and then you're supposed to peel it off. Well, I tried this 2 times. The first time I really struggled. I thought, my problem, user error. Nichole, you need more product. So I wiped it off with some water and then a washcloth, and then I put on a thick layer, and I showed you guys how I was like really slathering it all over my face. And even then, my skin had a struggle with this. And we had a conversation in the comments, because I know some of you were like, Nichole, you didn't apply enough. I showed you the second time I did. The conversation kind of went as this though in the comments. We were thinking, it's probably a skin thing, like a skin texture thing. And I also think I've heard before certain masks, like you need to like I'm not suggesting anyone do it if they've never done it before, but if you shave your face to get some of the baby fuzz off of it, it can help with masks like this. So maybe that was my struggle, is that it's my skin type and maybe I had too many baby hairs and it was like hanging on for dear life. I've heard it from half of my viewers. Half of you had an issue with this. The other half of you were really confused why I had an issue with this. So let's all assume it's skin. Let's assume I'm the problem. It happens. Maybe I'll try this again after I shave my face. I know Jaclyn Hill just did a video on that. Something else we got that I have been using religiously. Did you know It Cosmetics could be a religion? I didn't. The It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. For all skin types, Transform Moisturizing Super Cream. Love this. I have been using this a ton and I've not broken out. My skin has felt great. If anything, I was really worried I would look too shiny or too dewy or start breaking out. Not in the least. I love this stuff and I've only been using this, and we've gotten a ton of moisturizers in our BoxyLuxes since its conception. I've only reached for this one, and I feel like I need to check back with the other ones too, just to see how they compare now that, you know, we're kind of getting to a warmer season and I am an oily girl. But right now, as far as this goes, love it. Cover FX. I really like this palette. So I could tell you, like I said before, I think the contour on this still gives a very natural look. So if you are not a girl that has ever contoured, or you're still new to makeup, you're still trying to figure it out, or if this is your first contour, you can go in really lightly with this and do a good job, but don't use the brushes we got with that. Use a different brush. I actually like using my Luxe small contouring brush for this, or something with a little bit more of a tapered edge to it. I think this is great. I think the blush gets very pow, very quick. You can get really rosy cheeks, and if you like that, that's awesome. I need to take a lighter hand with that though. The highlighters are still good, but they're very subtle. This brightener though can really make any of these highlighters pop. I also really like the finishing powder. I find myself reaching for this powder a lot, especially when I'm like contouring my nose and just kind of doing like a final once over with my face. And I do use this brush for that. I can just kind of like pop in and press it into my skin all over my face. And it kind of gives this beautiful glow that has not made me too shiny or dewy, because it does have some like flecks of like shimmer in it. But I really appreciated and liked this palette, and the mirror is super handy too. Very quickly, I'm also going to talk about the brushes I was just kind of detailing out. I really like this bigger brush from Moda Pro that we got with our BoxyCharm, and I believe everybody got these brushes. I love this for, like I said, either this compact, or I recently mentioned in a video that I talked about products I did end up buying on my limited no buy, this NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder, or any compact powder if you want to get into it. Literally, I just press this in here and then press this into my skin, and this brush is perfect for me with this because it's still a packed brush, but it's got a nice flat head to it, so I can really like put on any kind of powder foundation, or if I'm shiny, I can go into any powder to just kind of like kill the shine, give me some coverage. I really like this, and the bristles are soft, amazing, and it's not too packed for it, so it's really fluid and it doesn't put on too much product. Also, this brush I really enjoy for doing some cleanup. You can also use this for highlight or anything you really want to do. You could use this as a blush brush too if you like only a little bit of blush and just kind of like fan it on your face. I like it for that. But I'm using this a ton lately because I've been doing a lot of colorful eye looks where I need to wipe away anything that falls out, and this is just so soft in the dome. Is perfect to go like right under the eye and press it away, pull it away without leaving the pigment on your face because it's so light and airy. I really like it for that. And fun little note, Moda Pro saw that I was putting these in my last giveaway, so they even gave me a code to use so you guys can get a discount on any future Moda Pro orders you do with them. So that's going to be in my description box below. I think I'm now considered a Moda maven, which is super exciting. So if you're looking to save some money, or you don't have BoxyCharm and you wanted to buy these, I have a code below to get you a discount. Not sponsored. I'm new to this. Not sponsored, just wanted you to know. So, Iconic London. This is a brow product that I got in my BoxyLuxe that I am still in shock over. This fun little palette that is a boost and sculpt eyebrow cushion really surprised me. It's got this cute little spoolie and applicator in here. I'm almost trying to not use this up too much because it's $40 and I'm not going to want to repurchase it if I'm being honest with you, but I'm really, really liking this so far. It has a light side and a dark side, as I've mentioned before. I primarily head over here to the lighter side. I use that in the front of my brows today, and when I use just this product, it does a really good job, but I do need to be cautious not to like overdo them in certain spots just because it is a liquid and you got to be able to pull it. There is a cute little spoolie that helps you with that. I like this a lot, and I'm almost frustrated I like it this much because it's $40. 40 bucks is crazy amount of money to spend on my brows. At least I feel that, especially when you're like, I'm like, I know pencils work well, but this is so amazing and I like it so much. I can't lie to you. This palette, even though it's in the color scheme Nichole should love, and technically does, this Morphe palette, the 15D, which some people have literally referred to on social media as the dreaded Morphe palette nobody wanted. Honestly, they're right. I don't like it that much. I mean, it'd be different, I feel like, if these, I don't know, it's just so one note. I mean, and I know I complained about that earlier with this palette, but there's a lot of, like, this one disappears on me. There's a lot of fallout in all of these. I tried today to make a look that I felt like was still like a beachy daily wearable thing, because I've been doing pretty light on the eye makeup lately when I'm just kind of running around the house and stuff and doing work. So I combined these two today, but this is just, it goes pow really quickly, but then it also feels like it's kind of patchy, but it does blend out. I guess certain shades are better than others, really. I would not have bought this myself. I wouldn't have picked it myself. And when I think of, oh, I want an orange look today, which we both know I do. We all know I do that. I love a good orange look. I don't reach for this one for that. I have other oranges that I really like, and I know have some variety or gold flecks in them. And like, I even tried today to go into Spark on my lid, and it was so lackluster. Like, the pigment wasn't there for it, but like the pigment in the mattes is really like too much, and there's a ton of fallout. So there's like no real nice balance. You almost have to have, no, you do have to. In Nichole's world, you do have to use another palette with this Day Slayer palette. This is the 15D. Not my favorite. It's got a great mirror in it though. I mean, I'm gonna still try to hang on to this and use this a bit more, but I'm kind of disappointed I got the 15D, if I'm going to be real. I've heard there's another one that had more berry colors in it, and I would have liked to have tried that. Lily lashes. I'm not wearing these today because I wanted to show you guys more from the Too Faced that is on my eyes today. I think these are only okay. I've had better lashes from BoxyCharm. I think I've even had better lashes from Lily too. I'm gonna need to, and you guys had a great tip, thank you for it. I told you that the ends on each side of these, especially in the center, are really like plasticky sharp, and you guys had said even if I don't need to cut the lashes, to try to cut the band if I can. It's gonna be really tight for me to do that because they kind of go to the edge here, but I need to do something because I don't really want to wear these. When I have worn lashes, I've worn different ones in videos, so the fluffiness and everything looks dramatic and pretty. They're not subtle though. These are nice fluffy lashes. I think they're good for filming days. I think they're good for photos, but I also have other ones that are more comfortable that I think are better for that. So we'll see. Peel is something that I got in my regular BoxyCharm that month. And I still attest that I like this as a topper in one coat. If you try to layer this baby up on your eyes, it dries patchy and some of it's still wet while the other part's drying, so you don't know where you need to add your second layer to. Some of it pulls in a way. So I think it's a nice topper, especially for this summer. And you know, we're coming up to festival season. I think this will be really pretty, but I'm not probably going to coat it up more than once just because I know it kind of goes a little crazy and starts to get a little flaky after that as well. But it's a fun gold color. There was another color, I think more of like a rose gold rust color. I would have honestly preferred that over a gold, I guess, because I could only see me pulling this out every now and then, where the other one I'd be like, ooh, like a rose gold? That goes with so many other things. But this did come in handy for this, so I am grateful for that. A lippy that I am wearing today is kind of surprising and has inspired more purchases in my beauty space, as I spoke about recently. This is the Becca Bullet Lippy in the shade Burgundy. I am wearing this today and I really enjoy it. Now, I have said several times I prefer a liquid lipstick because they last all day. I drink a lot of water. I can be out and about and not worry about transfer, stuff like that. But this one made me stop and go, oh, Bullet Lippies, you're not so bad. I ended up purchasing something from the ColourPop collection. If you've not seen that video, I'll link it above and below. It was something that I bought on my limited no-buy. And this really was one that inspired it. I really am enjoying this. Yes, there's transfer. That's a bummer. But it does still last a good amount of time. I really enjoy the color and I like how this feels. It feels kind of hydrating for my lips. And I like it. Good job, Becca. Good job, BoxyCharm. Thanks for giving me this in my BoxyLuxe, because it changed my mind about Bullet Lippies, because some of the other Bullet Lippies we have gotten in BoxyCharm did not change my mind. This one, well done. And then, of course, I also got Ofra Monaco. This one is more of a shimmer. I feel like this one's a different formula. This one's a long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Monaco. There's nothing else about it on this bottle. So if it is a special formula different from Miami Fever, I can only tell you I think it is, because it's got more of like a metal finish to it. And it's really pretty. I'm just going to put it on top here. It's got more of a purple tone to it. I love the Ofra formula. I don't know if this one is my favorite formula. I feel like this needs to go on top of something because it does sheer out a little bit too much. I think because it's got more of that metal shimmer look to it. But I do enjoy this, and I have paired this even with this other one I got here. I like it, and I think it's going to be a great color for summer. Oh my gosh, I think maybe we only have one more thing to talk about. This is the Deborah Lippmann nail polish. I'm wearing it today. I'm actually wearing the sparkly shade today. This is the Odana shade. Again, this was an impromptu throw some stuff on your nails, Nichole, because you haven't touched your nails in a hot second. And it made it super easy before this video to be able to put something on and not have it smudge all over the place. The formula is great on this. If you like to change out your nail color, it does last about a week, week and a half. So it's not like it's like revolutionary. It's going to stay on for 3-4 weeks or anything, but it is a fast drying, lay on top of itself, beautiful product. A lot of times when I'm trying to do my nails at home, I've told you in the past videos, I feel like I can't move, I can't do anything. And then on top of it, if you're trying to touch something up, it doesn't lay well on itself, or if you're doing that second coat, it can pull stuff away. This does not. This is great. I really, really enjoy this, and I'm so glad to be introduced to her now so I can buy more of her products. I think I got through all of the products here for the past 3 months. What did you guys get? What did you love? You probably got a few things that I did not get, so tell us below, is there anything that you're loving, that you're not loving? I love hearing back from you guys, and like I said, I've referenced you guys several times in this video because that's the conversation. That's how we figure out, why didn't this work? Oh, you liked this way? That's good to hear. I love talking to you guys and especially learning from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my weird little channel, hi new friend, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I put out every single week. Bye friends!